I didn't me too.
You feel
Me
sleepy.
too.
Okay. Actually, students, the stretching, if you do practically, if you by yourself in front of you, you try. It is very interesting. But if you just listen and read, maybe a little bit sleepy, a little bit boring. Okay. Next time we are going to do practical, but now we can just read it as a theoretical. Okay, students?
Okay, I sleep.
Okay, all right. We are about to finish our today's lesson. All right. Okay, student. Now, so here we were where until okay. So we were here until number 5. Okay. Okay. We start again from number 5. Number 5 step. What we have to do? We have to step the needle about about a centimeter behind about a centimeter behind the first step to make a stitch using the basting stitches as a guideline. Okay, so we're gonna make like a basting stitch as a guideline. Then step the needle through again from the bottom to the top, making a stitch forward to create another stitch. Okay, point the needle at the end of the last stitch and step it down to the back, and another stitch should have been made now. So the same process, we have to repeat this process again and again until you reach the end of the line. Now, number 6, the final step, what we have to follow, tie the knot at the end of the stitching line and cut off the rest of the thread. At the end, we are going to tie the knot. We will make like a lock at the end, and the remaining thread we are going to cut with the help of scissor. After that, take out the basting thread. All right, so here you can see on the left side, this is the front the front stitching. In the back, the second one on the right side, this is the back stitching. Okay, students, you understand that? Next time we are going to try. When the school open, I will bring for you the cloth and the needle, and we will try by ourselves. So it's very easy. Okay. All right, student. Now, okay. So here, number 1, who is going to read for me the first type of stitching, the running stitch?
Me. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Uh, Number 1. Stage or forward running stitch is used for sewing in edge of cloth or fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Stitching up to piece of cloth of fabric or making seams
Seams,
on
right.
seams
Seams on
on
pocket.
pocket of shirts or skirts for decoration. The,
Right.
the
Procedure.
procedure for a forward running stitch
Uh-huh.
is as follows. Number 1. Prepare your materials and tools such as a needle,
Ah,
thread,
uh-huh.
scissors, fabric, or clothes for repairing.
Right.
Number 2. For the edge of fabrics, then stick them together by basting. This also makes a temporary guideline to run the stitch later.
Right.
Number 3. Insert the thread through the eye of the needle and then tie the two ends of the thread together in order to make a knot.
Uh-huh.
Finish.
Okay.
Basting.
Just now, students, let me show for you on the video, okay? The running stage. All right, students? All right, student, here you can see this is the back step one.
Do both methods. Now I tend to use a back stitch when hand sewing, something like this. It's where I want the stitch to be nice and tight, and that if there was a little rip by accident, it wouldn't suddenly unravel the whole of my sewing. Because if you do a running stitch, for example, and you get a little hole in one end, the whole sewing can come up really easily. So back stitch I personally like for hand sewing. There's also other things that you can use it for when you're doing embroidery, but I think it's the best stitch for hand sewing. So let's put our little chicken out of the way so we don't get distracted, although I do quite like seeing him. Hello little chick. So the first way of doing it is you take your thread. Again, it might help you to have lines drawn out, and like the running stitch, you do one little stitch like so. So I've come in from the back down the front. Now this time I'm going to come up again like the running stitch, up like this, but instead of carrying on over here, I'm going to go just here at the base of the first stitch back. Okay, now so now I'm going to go again one stitch away like so. And again, it looks like the running stitch if I were going to go forward, but I'm going back just to the base of that one. So there we go. So that is the slightly easier version of the back stitch, because you're essentially doing the same as you're doing when you're doing a running stitch, but you're always going back rather than forwards. Okay, and it is sometimes helpful to have a line drawn. So again, one more and back. I think I did that one a little bit too big. Now the other way of doing it, and this is actually the way I sew now as a grown-up and with practice, is one, because this way I have to go into the back of the fabric, out the front. So this way I'll start a stitch here. So I'm doing my first stitch, but instead of pulling the needle through and then coming back up, I'm going to do it like a double at the same time. So I'm in and I'm coming out at the same time. That saves me having to go back, pull the thread up. So this is when you sort of got a bit more practice and you feel a bit more confident. But again, like the running stitches, instead of going forward, I'm going back again to the bottom. And again, this time, I'm again bringing the needle up at the front, like so. It's exactly the same as that one, but I'm kind of skipping a step because I'm not doing this, look, showing you, and then bringing it up. That means like I have to let go of the needle once. I'm actually trying to do both in one go, like that. And that is how you do a back stitch. Really, really simple and really strong stitch, great for hand sewing.
All right, students. So how was that? It was easy, right? You see the video already, yes? How was it? Students, you see already the video, yeah? How was it? It was the same way you can do the forward and the backward stitching, okay?
Okay.
All right, someday we're gonna try. All right, students? So this was all for today. Our today class about stitching.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, students. So take care yourself.
Not today.
Okay, have a nice weekend.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Teacher on.
Bye.
ใครที่เข้ามาท้ายชั่วโมงครูไม่ได้เช็คชื่อให้นะคะ เพราะว่าคุณครูบอกแล้วว่าให้เข้าให้ทัน ให้เข้าเรียนทุกคาบนะคะ ใครที่เข้าตอนท้ายชั่วโมงหรือมาจนเหลืออีก10 นาทีนี่คุณครูไม่เช็คชื่อให้นะคะ แล้วก็งานนะคะทุกอย่างให้ตามพยายามเข้าเรียนทุกครั้งนะคะ อย่าขาดค่ะถ้าไม่อย่างนั้นเธอจะไม่มีคะแนนแล้วก็ตามงานไม่ทันนะคะวันนี้นะคะจบแค่นี้ละค่ะคลาสเรียนหมดเวลาแล้วค่ะเตรียมไปเรียนกับครูแต้วนะคะโอเคค่ะ9
1, 2, 3. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.